Hello and welcome to this overview of Safyr for JD Edwards. My name is Roland Bullivant. In this brief introduction, we'll be looking at the metadata that Safyr extracts from JD Edwards and how you can navigate, search, and analyze this content before subsetting it and curating it for use with data governance, data analytics, data migration, and data modeling projects. There's a number of ways of getting started and working with the metadata. One of the simplest is to start with the complete list of tables that Safyr has extracted. So in this instance of JD Edwards, you can see that Safyr has extracted 4,825 tables. That would include all custom tables or other custom metadata that was associated with the tables. You can see here in the main part of the screen, on the left, we have the physical name for the table that you would find in the system catalog. The next column is the short description, which is a more useful, logical name for each table, which actually makes sense. And then further along, you can see the number of child tables and parent tables associated with each table in the list. There's a number of ways of searching and analyzing this metadata. We'll use one of these search terms in a minute. There's also an advanced form over here, which you can use for more granular searching. And as well as tables, we have lists of views, data elements, and domains that you can work with. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to start looking for sales orders. This could be in conjunction or in the context of a data analytics project or a data governance project, for example. So in order to do that, all I need to do is type in sales order, and Safyr will then return all of the tables that have got sales order in their description. And this is the 52 tables as a result. You don't need to know the physical name for the table. You can do all of this using business English. Now, 52 tables is quite a large number, and trying to figure out which one of them might be the most important or the most relevant for us could be tricky. So what we can do here is to rank those tables by the number of related tables. And what we can see here is that the sales order header file comes up with 66 child tables and 11 parent tables. That means it's probably an important table, so it might be a good place to start for looking for our sales order tables. So we can double click on this row there, and we can see again each physical name for each attribute, and we can see the corresponding logical, easier to understand name for each attribute. And you can see over here on the right, there's a bit more information. There's some descriptions and information about related tables. So as we scroll down or move down through the list here, you can see that descriptions change. In order to have a look at the related tables, we can show the table relationships form here. And what we can see with this is the 11 parent tables and the 66 tables. Now, as I'm only doing this for a demonstration, what I want to do is to get a slightly smaller set of metadata to work with. So by clicking this button, only with data, which is very useful, we will find only the tables that have got data. And those are probably the ones that we want to work with, at least in this instance. So you can see here now that we are down to 18 child tables. So what I'm going to do is select all of those and create a subject area. We'll call that subject area sales order. And we now have a list of these tables that are contained in that subject area. And what we'll do is we'll add this one as well. We'll add the sales order history master table as well. So we've now got subject area with 19 members in it. And what we can do now is to export that metadata to a variety of other tools. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I will explain what each of those is. Most of these are. So we can export metadata out to Irwin or RStudio or to Power Designer, which are some of the main modeling tools. You can export metadata out in a variety of industry standards like metadata reports, which uses Excel, for example. Or you can export the metadata out to data catalog products like Calibra or Informatica. The data catalog JSON file format is used for most other data catalog vendors such as Elation, Precisely, Quest, Zinnia, Solidatus, and Rocket Software. For the purposes of the demonstration, however, I'm going to use our own ER diagrammer tool to give you a feel for how the metadata can be presented to you. So we just select that, start the export, and in a very short space of time, we can see a complete picture with the relationships between the tables. This is by default set to only working with primary and foreign keys. However, if you wanted to see the full list of attributes for each table, those are available. So that is one way of looking at and analyzing the metadata in Safyr. There's other ways. And one of those is to use the hierarchy. So Safyr builds a hierarchy from the metadata it retrieves from your JD Edwards system. And each of these business areas will contain the tables that are relevant for it. So you can see each of these tables, and in this case views. There is a search button here, so you could search for the hierarchy or in a particular branch. But it's another very useful way of being able to subset, view the metadata, and create subject areas for it. So I hope that's been helpful, just as a quick introduction. If you'd like to know some more, please visit our website, filbertechnology.com, where you can download a trial of the software or ask us for more information. Thank you.